Allegedly, there is a tool that can be used to remotely permaban anybody from Call of Duty. And the worst part, on the back end to the game devs and Team Ricochet, these bans look exactly like they would should the player have been detected for actually cheating. But if this is true, and to be honest with you guys, a lot of evidence is pointing to the fact that it may be, then this may actually be the final nail in the coffin for the Call of Duty franchise, especially if Activision decides not to respond. So let's take this opportunity to explore the shocking news that was leaked recently on a video that begins right now.
I know I've been quiet for a minute, I've been grinding still in it, I've been counting these digits, excuse me. I know I've been quiet for a minute, but
What's up, what's good YouTube? Hope all is well and welcome back to the channel. I'm Hoppa, and on today's video, I'm gonna make you either extremely upset or extremely scared. Because if the recent leaks are true, every one of our account is in danger, whether you're playing on PC or console, or cheating or not. Because allegedly, and I say allegedly because we're supposed to be able to see proof of this sometime later on today, but allegedly there exists a tool that its user can use to remotely permaban any player, and all it needs is your Activision ID. And sadly, I think there's enough evidence pointing to this exploit being real. Enough to make me feel like it's important enough to make a video about, especially after seeing VX Underground, a very well-respected and decorated hacker community, reposting the rumors that they were indeed true. So recently, Ziebler, the owner of one of Call of Duty's largest cheat providers, made a public statement about an exploit that gave its user the ability to remotely ban anyone. All they needed was that Activision ID. Tomorrow, I'll be sharing full details on the simple exploit that allows you to falsely remotely permanently ban anybody from Call of Duty by reason of cheating, even if you're not in their lobby. This exploit was found by somebody else who does not represent most of the game hacking community. He has abused the script to get thousands of Call of Duty players falsely banned since nearly the start of the year using an auto hotkey script, which automates the process for him. I was not aware the extent he abused the exploit until today. I did know about the exploit for a while now, and I validated it was real by asking him to ban some of the accounts, which he did. Nuke Jesus, Parasite, and Censor. I believe Bobby Poff and several others were victims of this exploit, along with thousands of random Call of Duty players, but I do not have the Activision IDs or info to vindicate them. Now, we don't know the mechanics of how this tool is supposed to work, other than what we've discussed with Ziebler and amongst ourselves as creators. But from what I understand, he's been thoroughly abusing this exploit, allegedly remotely issuing bans for many players, including some of the larger names, with the founder allegedly taking claim for the recent permabans of guys such as Parasite, Censor, and yeah, Bobby Poff. And if this is true, Ziebler claims that he's convinced him to leak the exploit, which again, if true, is how and why Activision finally unbanned Bobby Poff, Parasite, and Censor.
Yeah, listen, we fucked up.
But where does that leave the other thousands of players that have allegedly been falsely permabanned? And what does this say for those that are gonna claim that it was a false permanent ban if this happens to be true, when in reality they were cheating? This recent leak and the unbans are definitely blurring the lines. So I'm finally confident in saying, I don't believe a fucking word out of an Activision employee's mouth. Ping is king? False. Rank doesn't have any form of SBMM? Bullshit. False bans don't happen? It's all lies. And also, if this exploit is true, I've been told that there's a set of unique identifiers that could be used to clear every account that was falsely permabanned. But again, that's up to Activision to address. And I do believe this is one of those times that they need to clearly address the community about the present issues. I was talking with my tech guy the other day, and we discussed various ways this exploit could potentially work in his opinion, as well as, a couple other tech industry guys that I happen to be able to reach out to, that all said that theoretically, with the way it's described, it's kind of possible. And to be honest with you, I'm going to bring a couple of them on so we can discuss those possibilities on tonight's live stream. And again, if this is true, this has probably been severely impacting legitimate players and needs to be shared to absolutely every corner of the internet in an attempt to force Activision's hand at addressing it, and furthermore, patching the exploit. Because I got this sneaking suspicion that Activision, if they can, probably sweep this problem under the rug after they clear all their sponsored content creators. Because honestly, the last thing they'd want to do is have a little bit of bad press about their ability to protect their game and its players a week before the launch of Black Ops 6. I mean, if they aren't going to let guys like Parasite explain to the gaming community what the fuck is actually going on, then Activision themselves need to quit bullshitting our community and get real with us. Because if this is real, and they do nothing, well, That's the same as them hitting a self-destruct button on Call of Duty, because a lot of players, myself included, probably lose hope if that's the path they choose. But as I said earlier in the video, we'll have a lot more clarification on this exploit, the mechanics of it, and how it works. Later today, as Ziebler stated, he's going to be linking a detailed description of the exploit from the founder themselves. So when the information becomes available, we'll definitely vet it, post another video ASAP, but more than likely, this is going to be the topic of discussion on tonight's live stream, which, depending on when you're watching this, I may already be live. So to recap, either Ziebler's telling the truth and Activision has some serious explaining and exploit patching to do, or Ziebler's full of shit, and this is just a case of Activision showing preferential treatment to those creators with larger audiences. Because, I mean, Parasite and Censor Martin got him banned in, like, less than a day. But at the same time, Bobby got banned and was only unbanned permanently after a week. I mean, based off the fact that Parasite shared Ziebler's post about all this after his account got unbanned, and simultaneously Parasite told Bad Boy Beeman that he's not at liberty to discuss what caused the overturn of the ban, only going as far as to say that he was only banned due to an exploit that he wasn't responsible for. Kind of makes sense to me. Also kind of scares me if it's true, because it proves the incompetency of the team tasked with protecting us. I honestly never had it in my mind that any of these people were cheating before all this shit popped off, but I also didn't think that something as far-fetched as a remote ban exploit was even possible. But then again, on the other hand, we could be getting played, so I'm gonna wait and see what the evidence has to, bring forth before I make my mind up on any of this. And as I said, we'll know more later on today. So until then, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, do me a huge favor, smash the like button. I mean, it's like 4:45 in the morning. I've been up all night. Kiss my ass. I'm tired. I do it for you guys though, so I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bells enabled so YouTube never lets you miss when I go live, like when we do later on, so you can have your say in this too. And hopefully if this is true, guys, it leads to a patch for the exploit. But for the time being, we need answers. So until then, always remember the wise words of author John C. Maxwell, who said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." Catch y'all on the next one.
Hold on, buddy, what is you doing? Finna go hard, hard, hard. Ice on my neck, ice on my wrist. That for the squad, squad, squad. Know they gon' hate, do what I tell them. Get on your jaw, jaw, jaw. Work on smooth, I got the moves. I swear to God, God, God. Hey, I just dropped 200.